Every time we eat, something gives its life for us. Welcome to EchoReads. This is The Prophet by Kahlil Gibran, Chapter 6, on eating and drinking.
An old innkeeper once asked, "Speak to us of eating and drinking."
And the answer begins with a wish.
A wish that man could live on the fragrance of the earth.
And be sustained like an air plant by the light.
But we cannot. We must kill to eat.
And we must rob the newly born of its mother's milk to quench our thirst.
And since this must be so,
Then let it be an act of worship.
let your dining board be an altar.
An altar on which the pure and the innocent of forest and plain are sacrificed.
Sacrificed for that which is purer and still more innocent in man.
When you kill a beast, you must say to him in your heart,
By the same power that slays you, I too am slain.
and I too shall be consumed.
For the law that delivered you into my hand.
Shall deliver me into a mightier hand.
Your blood and my blood are nothing.
They are not but the sap that feeds the tree of heaven.
And when you crush an apple with your teeth,
You must say to it in your heart,
your seeds shall live in my body,
and the buds of your tomorrow shall blossom in my heart.
and your fragrance shall be my breath.
And together we shall rejoice through all the seasons.
Then, in the autumn, when you gather the grapes of your vineyards for the winepress,
You must say in your heart,
I too am a vineyard.
and my fruit shall be gathered for the winepress.
And like new wine,
I shall be kept in eternal vessels.
and in the winter, when you draw the wine,
Let there be in your heart a song for each cup.
and in that song,
Let there be a remembrance for the autumn days,
and for the vineyard.
and for the winepress.
The act begins with a wish for a life that takes nothing.
But it must face the reality that to live, we must take.
And so that taking must be transformed.
It becomes a sacred act, a ritual.
The table becomes an altar.
And on it, a sacrifice is made not just for the body, but for something deeper within us.
For that part of us that is still innocent.
When it comes to the life of an animal, the accountability is profound.
It is a quiet meditation, a direct address to the creature.
In your own heart, you must speak to it.
And what you must acknowledge is a shared fate.
The same power that slays you, I too am slain.
It removes all distance, all sense of superiority.
It connects you both under a single, inescapable law.
Yes, the very law that